so ego. I felt that something had come out of the past to threaten my happiness.
All right, is anybody out there? Avocado. OC, what's going on, guys? I'm trying to get you on my tablet here. You know me, I'm not good at this kind of shit. I just wanted to pop up for a little bit, say hi to everybody. Wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I just finished making my stuffing. I make a meat stuffing with hamburger, pork, celery, onion, a bag of Pepperidge Farms, breadcrumbs, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of cloves, and that's pretty much it. And I made some deviled eggs. I made some clam dip. Why is this pulling up on my laptop? Oh, I guess we can just do it this way. Yeah, it's really good. The stuffing is amazing. Oh, there I am. All right, now I'll be able to read you a little bit better. So, what's everybody doing for Thanksgiving tomorrow? Anybody traveling? I mean, have you traveled? Are you at a family house member? Did everybody just staying home, or did y'all travel somewhere? You're staying home? Yeah, I don't blame you. The way traveling is right now, it's crazy. So I figured, me and Christina, my roommate, we got a turkey going. I did the stuffing and shit like that I just told you. Her boyfriend's gonna come over. Hopefully Tiffany's gonna come over. So we'll see what happens with that. She's got her own family shit to do, so she'll probably stop by for like dessert or something. I'm hoping. Well, I didn't do any marinating or nothing like that. All I did was get the bird ready. I stuffed it and put it in a pot, put it in the fridge. Her boyfriend wants to do the injections. He wants to inject it, in the morning when he comes over. Because I asked her, I said, "Do you want me to do that, or yeah, afternoon delight would be nice. That's for sure." But we're just gonna roll with the punches and see what happens. I mean, we got plenty of food. I mean, we're stacked up there, so it's gonna be a good day. And she's gonna make this punch. with freaking Everclear. I was like, oh shit. So you might get a crazy live feed in the middle of the afternoon. Who knows? Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good time. I've known Christina, oh my God, probably about 10 years. I mean, we lived together a long time ago. I was renting a room from her boyfriend, and those two finally got together again after so many years, and she moved down here, so I was basically like the first friend that she ever had, and we've been friends ever since. So it's been fun. Lisa, how you doing, honey? Good to see you. Up so late? I know it's like what, almost 2 o'clock my time, but I'm glad to see you come by. Say hi. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. But I'm kind of wired after all that cooking, so I just figured I'd come out here and say howdy do to everybody. See how everybody's doing. See what you got, what your plans are. Yeah, Lisa, I'm doing the same exact thing, but I wanted to stop in here real quick and just say howdy do to everybody. I had to work till I had to close tonight, so it was a late night for me. So I didn't get home till about 11, and then I started cooking. So I'm ready to chill out. I just wanted to say hi and see what everybody else is up to. It's been a while since I've done a live on my own. No, it's going to be a single 1 ounce pour, and I have 1.04 ounces of gold that I can pour. But I'm gotta set it up as like a jeweler's pour. I can't put it in my furnace. I have to get set up with the torches and use a small little crucible like this that you use the borax and all that stuff. But I gotta get the torch, the jeweler's torch. Because I wouldn't trust putting that kind of money into a big furnace like that. You're only pouring a single ounce. It's shit's gonna go wrong. It's gonna splatter. Gold's gonna go bouncing across the freaking table. So I'm not into that. So I need to wait until I buy the right equipment. You too, Lisa. Oh, sweet OC. That's awesome. Prime rib, eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns. See, that breakfast would kill me for the entire day, OC. If I had that breakfast, I'd be like, there's no room for turkey. I'm not a big fan of turkey, but the white meat's good. I make my own gravy and everything. Mama taught me right, so it's not gonna be nothing cheap. but I'm glad everybody has some plans. Everybody's got somebody to hang out with. Now there's so many people in the world who don't have, something, any kind of family or something to do with, I don't have a whole lot of family. I have my sister who's up in Ohio. As far as anybody else that's concerned, I'm pretty much dead. They don't give a shit about me. So it's nice to have this house here with Christine, my roommate that I've known forever, and have a nice meal. Her boyfriend's coming over. Like I said, hopefully Tiffany's coming over at some time. What's going on, James? Yeah, avocado. We all love breasts. I mean, that's just the way it is. Yeah, I forget where my sister's at. Um, Actually, I think I could pull my notebook out of here and look. At least give you the town. Let me see if I can't pull this thing out of here. I got my tablet sitting right on top of it. I got my lamp sitting on top of it for my light. All right, there we go. I know I got her in here somewhere. Somewhere in Ohio. My notebook is a disaster. Piketon, Ohio. Does that sound familiar to you, James? Piketon? But she moved up there a few years ago. She lived down here in Florida for a long time. And I guess they just got tired of the heat, shit like that. She misses the seasons. So she went up to Ohio, bought a nice, beautiful little house. A lot of stonework, a big stone fireplace and shit like that. Beautiful place. He used to live in Strongsville. I don't know what city in Cleveland. I just told you she's in Piketon. I don't know exactly where that's at, but I don't know if you know that. Rock, how you doing, sweetheart? Welcome to the shit show. Yeah, I just came up here. I just finished cooking, getting everything done. I just wanted to sit down for a few minutes and throw out a live. I ain't done that for a while, so I figured I'd just say hi to everybody, see what's going on, see what your plans are for tomorrow. All right, I'm going to take a little pause for the cause. I'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody. I'm back. I appreciate that little pause. I needed it. Yeah, me and OC just swapped out some gold avocado. I had the on the MS-70 American Eagle, and I had two other ones as well. But one of them was slabbed, so I swapped out with him, and he sent me three other. They were 1/10, so he sent me three others, and he sent me a peace dollar. This one here, but it was at the time had some kind of weird ass toning on it, so I dipped it. You can see that in my uh, one of my videos, probably one of my last videos. So I dipped it, and she came out clean, so it wasn't real. Somebody must have had something on their fingers, or they tried to do it with liver or sulfur or something. So, but it came out still a nice, beautiful little piece, 1923D. See the D right down here, right underneath the wing, right there. She's a D, but still, it's a nice, pretty little piece. I decided I'm going to carry this in my pocket for a while. Make this my pocket piece. Everybody's got to have a pocket piece. Something you carry around with you. I used to carry my Trump piece, from the July 13th, the assassination attempt. I used to carry one of those around with me for a long time. And then the plastic got so worn, I just put it in another capsule and I just stuck it aside. Oh, see, you're always buying. All right, James, we got to blue you up here. All right, James, now you're blue. So you can go check out everybody else's channels. Wrong channel. What's up? So James, you can go check out everybody else's channel. Hit them up, subscribe to them, and all that good shit. Stuart. So is anybody else doing anything but turkey tomorrow? I mean, OC, you're doing prime rib in the morning, but are you going to do the turkey dinner, or anybody else doing something different? No, I know a lot of times Chinese food comes into play, or a nice roast, or maybe a duck. I love duck, as long as it's cooked right. Yeah, if I cook it, it's gonna be cooked right. No. What can I say? How you doing, wrong channel? See, it's not so much of a dumpster fire over here when I do it by myself, but when I try to do all that other stuff, I always screw it up. I push a button and I lose the feed, or something goes wrong. It's just a disaster. That's why I'm telling those guys, just do it by yourself, because I'm not worried about ever being, monetized or anything like that. I make more money off of, pouring silver for my friends and my people out there. See, prime rib is the way to go, because I'm not a big fan of turkey. I would rather have a nice prime rib dinner, most definitely. But turkey will be good because I'll make the gravy. I do homemade gravy. Well, wrong channel. You're okay right now because you got tomorrow off, so you can hang. Where are we at? Oh, 2:04 in the morning, so that's not too bad. And that's why I got everything prepped tonight. I'll let my roommate and her boyfriend deal with the rest of the shit in the morning. I'll sleep in, see if Tiff's coming or not. Right? Yeah, I hear you. You're living in a sea of estrogen. You're fucked. Oh, OC just sent me a message. Let me see if I can't pull it up without freaking losing. Yeah, OC, I just read it. Hopefully, I'm still live. Yeah, I'm still live. All right, cool. I managed to figure out how to do that. That's a cool cartoon, man. It's so true too. Stuart's here. Where's Stuart at? How you doing, boss? Well, I appreciate y'all coming in, saying hi. Oh, so it's a different Stuart. Okay. Thanks, OC. I'm looking for Stuart. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, we covered that. Wrong channel is Stuart. I was looking for the other Stuart that we see all the time in the feed. He's hiding. Where's he hiding at? Let's share this shit out. See, wake his ass up. But the other night, I don't know if you guys are around or not. Some of you might have been. But we were doing a metal mob, and I gave away a couple of little $50. I got one here for Goomba Gary, and I got another one for John, which is Renee and me. And Humble jumped up, and doubled it. So John is going to get two $50. Oh yeah, I can just imagine. I'll check it out in a minute. We'll see. By the way, the Metal Bob will be doing Secret Santa this year. So if anybody wants to get involved with it, get a hold of Liberty or Humble or me, I guess, and we'll get your names put into the pot and we'll figure out what's going on. I know the deadline is December 4th because that's Humble's birthday. So that's going to be the shut off so everybody can get their little packages out. It's basically going to be like an ounce of silver. You're trading an ounce for another ounce. If you got something, you got doubles of or something like that, jump on in. Get rid of your double and you'll get another free ounce, in exchange for it. I mean, be a good time to, trade out some stuff. Oh, so you're a New Year's Eve baby. All right, OC. I'll tell Liberty. Hey, do you want to do next Sunday? OC? I think they're still looking for somebody. It's 9 o'clock your time. Sunday night next week. I believe I sent you a message before because I got you and I have T Bird who are willing to do the show. So whoever jumps on it first, I know y'all have to worry about your dates and stuff like that, and if you're available. See, I know you're busy as shit, but it's 9 o'clock Sunday night. All right, that's cool. That's good enough for me. We can schedule it. Whenever you want. If you can't do it this Sunday, we'll just do another week, and we we all got other people who are wanting to pounce on it, so we'll have it filled. But I'm giving you a first shot. Give you a first shot. West Texas, what are you doing here? You must really be bored. Let's make you blue. And I'm assuming this is Mr. West Texas. Oh, yeah, that's right. You usually have Mrs. and Mr. West Texas Stacker. Have you changed shit, or is this Mr. or Mrs.? Because Mr. usually use um, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas. All right, all right. As long as I know who I got, I know because sometimes she's got her own channel, and sometimes she pops up. It's just like Renee and me. Sometimes it's John, sometimes it's Renee. There's a lot of people who share stuff, so it's hard to know sometimes. It's all right. It's cool. No big deal. Oh my God, the natives are getting restless out there, squealing their tires, going crazy. Go home and cook something. I'm right next to an intersection, so it gets kind of loud out here sometimes. Yeah, probably washing AI dishes. Yeah. So West Texas, you must be cooking up a freaking storm tomorrow. No, I came on here, just after I finished making my stuffing. And I made some sides. I made deviled eggs, and I made clam dip. But I know you're probably going full out. You got a house full, so you're going crazy. You got to get all that stuff prepped up the night before. Humble, what's going on, brother? One of my little mobsters. Good to see you in here. Yeah, Humble, I just came up here after getting stuff prepped for tomorrow. I just wanted to hang out, see what everybody's doing for Thanksgiving tomorrow. See if everybody's got what your meal is. Are you actually OC's doing it big time? He's going with prime rib. We're gonna do the traditional turkey. I made a nice meat stuffing made of beef and pork with celery and onions, a bag of Petridge Farms herbal stuffing. I made some deviled eggs, some clam dip. So everything's everything's looking good. Got the bird stuffed. Got her in the pot. She's in the fridge. I'll let my roommates take care of the rest of it because my ass is going to bed and I'm going to sleep. When I start smelling it, I'll wake up. Well, that's cool, Humble. Yeah, my mom. I lost my mom in 2001. I would give anything to go have a Thanksgiving dinner with her today. Yeah, my roommate Christina has made all kinds of pies and all kinds of other shit. She's made this bourbon dip that you put pretzels in. Oh my god, it's so freaking good. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I ain't got shit for family left. I got my sister in Ohio. I got another sister in South Carolina who doesn't speak to me. I got my stepkids who don't even want to talk to me after the divorce, and my son, kind of followed suit. So I don't hear anything from him anymore. But that's okay. Life goes on. Never give up. Life goes on. Hey Vincent, how you doing today? All right, everybody know Vincent? Let's make him blue. I like everybody to be blue. That way you can check everybody out, sub them up, get some new friends. It's all about community. It's all about loving each other. Yeah, you're blue. Now go sub up all these people in here, and they'll sub you back. Look at that. We're up to 13 people, 10 likes. Hit the like button. Share, subscribe, do all that good, happy bullshit. I'm not too worried about being monetized or anything like that, like I said before. But I do want to hit that 500 mark just for my own personal satisfaction. Yeah, I lost my dad too. Probably about 4 years ago now. He was 84 years old. Had a stroke. I'm in uh, I'm in Florida, Fort Myers to be exact. Weather is crazy down here. It's finally starting to cool off, which is nice. I got my window open, so you'll probably, if an ambulance or fire truck or cop goes by, you're probably gonna hear it. Just fair warning. Oh, look at that, 11 and 11. Damn, I must be doing something right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need a pause for the cause. OC entertain all these great people here. I will be back in a minute. All right, you gorgeous people. I am back. Oh, Rock, that must have been so hard for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, that really sucks. I couldn't imagine that. I mean, my dad was a great provider, and he took care of all of us kids, the family, everything like that. But we did not have the greatest relationship. He was very old school, where children were seen and not heard. So we didn't really build a great relationship. He built a great relationship with my sister, and I built a great relationship with my mother. So I guess I was just mama's boy, and she was daddy's girl. And that's just the way shit rolls, and that's fine. No big deal. Mama taught me how to cook. She taught me a lot of things. Dad tried to teach me how to hunt, but I mean, I was in a small game. I wanted something quick and easy. Sitting in a deer blind, shit like that. I never had the patience for it when I was a kid. When I got older, it was different, but when I was a kid, no. But it's all good. That's what makes us who we are today, as far as I'm concerned. All right, we are growing 13 and 11. Awesome. Hit it up. Share it. Let's do some shit. If you get me to 20, I'm going to give away something. How's that sound? Give me 20 people in here, and I'll pop out a $50. Yeah, I was a stepdad to three children. When I met my girlfriend, my ex-wife, she had three kids, all below the ages of 10, and I took them in, and became dad. When I was only, what, 24, 25 at the time. So that was a big change, from a, a boy from Connecticut come down here to Florida, and all of a sudden you got a ready-made family. And I did the best I could with it, but we had 20 plus years together before she finally just got. She was just like her mother. I mean, she just got so mean. And it's like, you think I'm gonna live my life like your parents are, where they're threatening to shoot each other and all this other shit? I said, you're crazy. I said, I'm bailing. I'm done. I didn't leave for another woman. I didn't leave for anything other than the fact that you're just freaking miserable and I can't stand you anymore. And she could never understand that. She was like, you left me for nothing. I was like, no, I didn't leave you for nothing. I left you to save my own sanity. I'm either going to kill myself, kill you, or get a divorce. Divorce sounds better, you know. See, Vincent, you know, I mean, I spent all my time with my mom. She taught me how to cook. As soon as I could push the chair up next to the stove, I'm up there stirring pots, stirring spaghetti sauce, stirring soups. I mean, I can cook like a. You would not believe how good I can cook. You know, if I went into a culinary school, I could probably pass it in a freaking heartbeat. I mean, Mama taught me everything, and everything I do is from scratch. I don't do all this processed crap. I make my shit from the get go, and she taught me a lot. And she was into crafts. She was into woodworking. She had her own craft shop for a few years, and I'm down there. I'm whittling wood. I'm cutting this and cutting that, slicing my fingers open. She's like, "Put a band-aid on it. You'll be fine. Don't bleed on the wood." Oh my god, my mom was awesome. She was great. Space Miner, what's going on? I appreciate you coming by, throwing your like up there for me. Jake, when we get to 20, I'm gonna drop a freaking I'm gonna drop a coin. We can do a nice little 50-cent piece. Oh, humble. No, you ain't won yet. Oh my God, you would not believe it. Metal Mob, Sunday night. We were sitting there, and I started. I want to give away, 50-cent piece. One of them. Shoot, what was the one? One was a Benny, and the other one was a Liberty. And the way I was giving them away, I had a bottle of scotch on my table that I was trying to nurse my stomach with because I had something going on in my tummy. It's like I'm gonna burn this shit out. So I broke up on a bottle of scotch. Anyway, I put post-it notes on the back of the bottle, and I let everybody play. I mean, because nobody's here. I mean, Liberty wasn't sitting next to me. Humble wasn't sitting next to me, so it was no big deal. It's like, yeah, you guys can join in there too. First shot, Liberty comes up, hits a number, dead nuts. I was like, all right, not a problem. And then the second coin that I was giving away, Humble hits it. I'm like, no way, motherfucker. Are you kidding me? This is really happening? It's like, these people are going to think this shit is freaking rigged. I mean, they both, regifted the coins, so they didn't get them. They regifted it. Humble regifted his to John, and Liberty regifted his to Goomba, but it was crazy. It was like, no way, you both freaking hit. It was crazy. You wouldn't believe it. Space Miner, this is Four Loco Fruit Punch. I mix it with Sprite, and I usually put a little piece of kiwi or some kind of fruit in there. No, this is some potent shit. So I busted down with Sprite. Avocado. That's the point. It wasn't rigged. Not at all, because neither Humble or Liberty got a coin. But it was like, it was just crazy that happened. It was like, oh my god, they're gonna think it's freaking rigged or some shit. But neither one of them, you know, benefited from it. Sorry, I'm rolling on my chair here. But it was just crazy that happened. Yeah, I had a bottle of Cuddy Start. Actually, it's right here. There she is. Cuddy Start. I've had that thing sitting here for about 2 weeks, and I didn't crack it open until last Sunday. Take care, wrong channel. We're Stewart. But the whole thing was, I put the label, the post-it note on the back of the bottle with the number on it, so nobody could see it. And Liberty and freaking Humble both picked it. It was just insane. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. But Humble wound up doubling down, and he's sending John, another Benny as well. Good words, Vincent. Good words. Okay, Space Miner. Appreciate you too. I know it's late. Like I said, I just finished cooking, getting shit ready. Stuffed the bird, got it in the fridge. I'm gonna let my roommate and her boyfriend, deal with it tomorrow. He wants to inject it with some kind of shit. So, nah, Space. You're fine. You're fine. You got your own shit to do. Yeah. OC Silver doing good today, isn't it? Looking pretty nice. But this has always been my kind of favorite. Like when I was talking about it on the Metal Mob, I was saying, this is what my godfather used to drink, and he gave me my first gold piece. It was a 1 ounce bar that he used to wear around his neck. He was a World War II vet who was disabled and in a wheelchair, and he wound up dying with diabetes and having to have legs amputated because they were so fucked up for so long. But this is what he always drank. I mean, he used to live right up the street from me. I mean, the Cartier family, my grandfather owned like half the freaking hill, and he gave pieces of land to my father, my aunt. You know, he had a huge, huge piece of land. He had a big farm, and so my uncle lived right up the street from me, and then he moved down to Florida. And every time he would come up from Florida, he was driving a brand new Cadillac, and we always had Cuddy Sark in the house, and he would sit there in his chair, and me and my sister would sit on his lap in his wheelchair, and he always had a freaking 45 or something stuck down in there. He was the greatest uncle. He was freaking awesome. It's good times. But he had gifted me that 1 ounce gold piece. Probably that was probably about 28, 29. Back then it was like $350. But it's just crazy to think about. Think about those prices now. About $350 for an ounce of gold, and now it's like 41 and change. Hey Jay, how you doing? Nice to see you come in. Here, let me set you up. Gonna make you blue. Yeah, Cuddy Stark is a Scottish whiskey. You know, the Cuddy Stark is actually a sailing ship. You know, it used to be back in the day the most fastest ship in the world until it had a fire. And after the fire, you know, they rebuilt it, and it just wasn't the same. But so it lost it wasn't the fastest ship anymore, but she was at one time, and she's got a beautiful story. I've actually got over here. You've seen me go through. You know, those of you who know me and follow me, you've seen me go through those ships. The Cuddy Sark is in there, and I'm gonna get back into that here pretty soon, and I'm gonna bust down each one of those ships and tell you the actual story of who captained it, who did what. You know, there's some very interesting stories in that. Well, it's nice to have you come in here from freaking Australia. I mean, that's beautiful. I appreciate you. Yeah, there was a lot of sales on that ship. I actually had. Let me see if I can't find it. I had FG Stacker. There it is. I had FG Stacker make me a 3D round that I'm gonna pour out of silver. I got like six of them. I got six different ships, but this one I would definitely love to pour, and it's nice and thin, nice and even. So this is probably it shouldn't probably be more than like 4.5, 5 ounce to do it. It's got my nice CS on the back half of it. Yeah, I got a bunch of them. I have this one here. That's the Great Republic. That's another beautiful ship. Look at those sails. Vincent, yeah, I definitely stack. I stack, I pour, I do a lot of pouring. Got this one here. I don't know if you guys know who that one is. It's not really a real ship, but it is the Black Pearl. And I plan on pouring every single one of these. What else we got here? We have the Victoria. I've got one that I've already done. I mean, it's full silver. Which one's this? Oh, this is the Endeavor. Look at that thing. That thing is beautiful. And then we have the original. I got two of these. This is the USS Constitution. This is the remake, so it has the same back as all the other ones. But this was the original. I've already poured this. Give me a minute. I'll bust open the safe and I'll show you. This one I have, and not only do I have one, but I also poured one for Wounded Warrior Projects last year with the help of OC. CS Cardi equals Cardi Stark. Yeah. Holy shit, that's cool. I never even thought about that. Here, let me pop this thing up. Let me pop this thing open. I'll show you the original. There it is. Forgive me all if you heard that fart, but it felt better. Yeah, these are uh, made from a 3D printer. And this is the one I poured off of this one here, the one with the American flag on the back. This is 6.68 ounces. So she's a chunky monkey. That's a heavy piece. Well, I love it. Yeah, it's 3D Woodworks. He does some beautiful shit. I mean, he actually did he poured this for me. Because I told him, I said, I want an Excalibur sword. And I went out in the yard and I found this stone. And I made the Excalibur in the stone. Here, let me pull that out. Shit, while we're pulling stuff out. Alright, here we go. So there's a sword and a stone. I still haven't finished cleaning it. I mean, I got a lot more work to do on it. All this stuff needs to be cleaned up along the sides. And a friend of mine sent me some garnets So I'm going to put the garnets in the top here, in the bottom here, and then I'm going to, antique the stone. I'm going to keep the sword nice and pretty shiny. I'm going to antique the hilt a little bit, just so it's kind of like gold. And then I'll do the handle right here, another darker color. But that's the kind of shit I pour. And this is the kind of stuff I make. From this to this. I love it. I come up with all kinds of wild ass shit. Yeah, I had a buddy send me a bunch of garnets. And I also got, where the hell is it? Oh, it might be out in the garage. Let me see if it's here or in the garage. No, it's here. All right, here's some other crazy shit I've done. I'm doing this for Nick, good Nick, Saint Nick. He sent me a bear. So I chopped his head off. You can find that in my video. I think it's in the shorts. So I poured it, and I gotta do all the dental work yet on it. I've been working on it slowly. I gotta be in the right mindset to I gotta cut the sprue off and everything like that. And he wants garnets put in the eyes, and then we're gonna make like a like a trophy platform out of wood and stick them to it. So that's cool. In Liberty, my buddy, he had a refrigerator magnet for Las Vegas. I said, send that over here. So that's a sprue that's still on there. I ain't cut anything off yet, but that's coming out nice. And at the time, I was making boiled peanuts, so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna make a peanut. So I made a silver peanut, and my roommate was doing crafts and arts, and she had an acorn. So I said, let me see that acorn. So I made an acorn too. But that's just kind of the silly shit I do. OC's got a Pooh Bear that I did for him. Oh, Vincent, you hang out with us, you're going to learn all kinds of weird ass shit. There's St. Nick. There he is. I was just showing off the head. Telling a story about it. And a peanut, yep. Ain't that cool? Well, that just goes to show you, I ain't been doing a whole lot of cleaning lately because they're all still the same exact way that they came out of the mold. They're cleaned up a little bit, but in this I'm going to cut that little short there, take all that off and make a nice little stem. Acorns always have a little stem on it. Yeah, Nick, this thing is going to be beautiful. You know it will be. It's just going to take a little bit of work. And like I said before, I mean, my heart's got to be in it. When my heart's in it, I'll bang this son of a bitch out in a freaking day or two. I just my heart. I got to be there. I got to be there. You feel like a walnut with garnet eyes. Yeah, you have to. I mean, if I try to push something, it's not going to come out the way that I want it to. And if it doesn't come out the way that I want it to, I'm not going to send it to you. You know, I do very specific custom pours for people. And if I'm not happy with it, you're not getting it. I will remelt it and you're just going to have to wait. You know, that's why I don't ask for any money in advance. I use my own silver. I will take care of it. And when it's perfect and done, I'll tell you, you know, it's ready to go. But no, my heart has to be in it. And I'm actually I'm getting a little bit excited about this. I'm getting, you know, I think tomorrow I'm definitely going to be doing some work on this baby tomorrow. I need to get that stuff out of its mouth. You know, you can see the fangs. You can see the fangs. Just needs to be cleaned up right. It's going to take a lot of dental work, but she's gonna be cool. She's gonna be cool as hell. You know, as far as I'm concerned, that's gonna be awesome. But that's a lot of work to take all that shit out of that mouth. But it'll be awesome. Yeah, I am a ship guy. I love ships. I love the whole aspect of pirates, ships, and all kinds of stuff. Here, let me pull this out for you. This was given to me by Block Blockas. He sent this to me. Ron Navy was a good friend of his, and he sent this to me for absolutely nothing. He just sent it to me. Let me wipe it off a little bit. But these are 3 gram pieces, all 925, and it has tons and tons of ships. If you go through my shorts, you're gonna see I did a series of 5 here, 5 here. So there's like 10 series that I went through. So now, well, my plan is to go from the top here all the way across, giving detailed about who owned it, who did what the story was. So these are going to be like long videos. These other ones here, they were probably, you know, they were short, so they were under 3 minutes. So it was just, I was just telling you what the ship was. I was showing it to you. So now I'm going to go back through and I'm going to tell the story of each one. So if you go into my shorts and you go back a little bit, you're gonna find you're gonna find this series, and it's really really cool. It really came out good, and I got a lot of good reviews about it. You know, a lot of people loved it. So that's why I want to get back into that and tell the whole story. There's some ships in there that have, there's ghost stories, there's war stories, there's all kinds of stuff that's in there. Yeah, I hear the Batmobile might be in the future too. That's up to John. We're gonna see what goes on. He says he's got something coming after Christmas. It all depends on how it's gonna pull out of the sand. That's the biggest deal. I mean, you got to have a negative draft. You can't get it locked in. Just for example, the bear mouth. Nice. It's wide open, but it's got a negative draft in it because it's got teeth and it's hollow on the inside. So what do you come up with? It pulls all the sand out and leaves all the silver inside the mouth. So now I got to go in there and clean all that out and make it look right. Make sure that it's got fangs on it and all that good shit. When you're doing something simple like this, I mean, this is just lay it in the dirt, you know, make a nice press. It's two-sided. I mean, all I got to do is clean up the edges, pull this stuff off of here, clean up all the air vents, get rid of all this, cut the sprue off. It's done. It's plain simple, and it got beautiful freaking detail on it. I mean, you can see the spanks, you can see all the buildings, you can see the lines in the buildings. That came out beautiful. That's why I like to, I love a challenge. Mr. Minix had me do Popeye and Bluto. Yep. Yeah, but when you would press something in the sand like that, sometimes those voids don't come out. So you have to physically take them out afterwards. Not everything pours perfectly. You can't just. I mean, it's not like old lost wax casting, which I would love to try someday. I think that would be really cool. Well, here's the Popeye and Bluto right here. He let me keep them, but that was Popeye and Bluto. And Popeye, his pipe broke off. So I had to cast him in the sand, and then I had to put a little tiny pinhole directly, and make sure that it hit his mouth right. So I had at least it looked like at least he was having a cigarette in his mouth. And then I had to take a little piece of shot and put it on the end of it, so it looked like it was actual pipe. And they came out good. You can find these in my photos and in my videos as well to see how they came out. So jump in there, check out my videos. You'll find them in there. They're all in there. There's a lot of videos. Sorry, but a lot of them you'll find as regular shorts. But I love it. I love to pour silver. I love to play with it. I like to see what you can do. I always tell people, it's like, give me a challenge. Give me a challenge. And Nick is definitely giving me a challenge, but I will conquer it. I will make it. You can goddamn guarantee that. What else do I got in here? Oh, I got a whole bag of freaking. Humble loves these. These are all bullets I poured for him. I poured the copper ones. I haven't poured any shotgun shells yet. But you got the 45, the 9, 323s or whatever the hell they are. I don't know what they call them. He's got a name for them. I don't know what they are. I'm not allowed to deal with situations like that anymore. I did something stupid when I was young, so well, I appreciate you, Nick, and I will not let you down. You can guarantee that. AJ, I'm not sure which one it is. Here, maybe you know. Actually, it's supposed to say on the bottom, isn't it? Let me bring my light down here. I'm freaking blind as a bat. I don't know. It might say, but I don't know. But it looks like a shell from like a AR-15 or something like that. Because I shot my brother-in-law's rifle. He had an AR, and it kind of looks like the size of the shell. I could be totally wrong. I have no idea. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I sure as hell can't. But I poured him several of those. Hubble, what is that? You know what it is. These are the ones I poured for you. I poured you several. I did the 9s, I did the 45, I did those. I got some other shells that I want to do. Those are the ones you want out of copper, right? I don't know, guys. I'm not really sure what it is. 223s. That's all foreign language. You know what I mean? I haven't dealt with that kind of situations for a long time. The last gun I owned was a Ruger P85, and that was back when I was like 23 years old. That was a 9 millimeter. You see, that's what I thought. I mean, because when I shot with my brother-in-law, he had an AR, and that pretty much looks like the same bullet. I mean, it's basically a 9 millimeter, in a rifle shell, right? All right, I gotta pee. Alrighty, we are back. We are live. We are stupid because we're here at 3:12 in the morning. See, y'all talking French to me right now. I ain't got a clue what the hell you're talking about. When I grew up, I had a single shot 410 shotgun. I used to do, squirrel hunting and shit with. Hey Jay, I'm so glad you came in here. It's nice to have a little Aussie friend. No, I appreciate you too. Rasbobo, come on in. Join the shit show. Okay, back to Silver. All right, let me pull out some more shit. All right, AJ, you'll probably appreciate this one. This is actually, you know, the picture that you see when you come up to my. It's my icon picture. When you see my name, that's the first 10-ounce bar I ever poured. I did it like ball peen style. 001, 10 ouncer. That's my big stamp. You don't see that. I only use that my big stamp on something really big like that. Otherwise, it's just a typical little CS. And when I poured all this other stuff, I made another one that I haven't touched yet. Because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it because I don't really like the back. Didn't come out the way I want. I might just cut it in half and remelt it and start over. But it's got like a really big indentation, like a fingerprint. So I'm gonna shave this stuff off and see what it looks like. But I don't know. That might be a real remelter. I have a kilo mold that I want to pour. So I might be busting some of this stuff down to do an actual kilo. And thanks to OC, with the little trade out that we did, I recently acquired 1.04 ounces of gold that I can melt. So that's going to be another project of mine. I want to do like a little button, little button. Here, I'll show you my button. I got little silver buttons like this that I poured. See, that's a perfect 1 ounce. That one's a perfect 1 ounce. And we have another 1 ounce. So this is what I want to do with the gold that I have. And this one, Humble's already got his name on this one. This is 1.45 ounces. Nice little muffin top. It's right there, buddy. 1.45. But I want to make a little button like this out of gold with my CS on it. I think that'd be sweet as hell. But like I said, earlier, I don't know who's still paying attention or not, but I need to change up my whole way of pouring to do gold. I can't put it in that big, furnace that I have. I mean, it's not going to work. I mean, the crucibles I have are 3K pours. I mean, so they're big, they're tall. You know, I need something small like this to pour out of, and that means I have to go to gas. So I need to get a jeweler set up in order to do that. Yeah, that one's it's a little tiny crucible, but I have a big furnace. AJ, go back and when you're done here, go look at my videos, and you'll see the furnace that I have and how I pour. You know, with with silver. I mean, I can't pour like that with gold. I have to have something very small, something I can take and just dip in. I don't need no splash, because gold's too goddamn expensive, for me, splattering that shit all over a cookie sheet and then having to recover it, and then it gets dirty. I need to do it right. I need to get the right gas. I need to make sure that everything's done right. So it's probably going to take a little bit. I'm not ready to do it yet, but I got it. I got a whole little tube full of gold, ready to go. There we are. I got a whole little tube. That's 1.04 ounce. And it's all kinds of little pieces. There are 1/10 ounce, you know, half ounce. Well, not half ounce. 1/10. There's grams. There's half grams. There's all kinds of little pieces in there, but it all adds up to 1.04 ounces. That's gonna get melted up. And then I got the big boys. South African Cougarans. That's a 1979. So it's just a matter of getting the right equipment and being ready to do it. Just like everything else, if I'm not ready, I'm not feeling it, I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge. Most definitely. I mean, this will be my first time ever pouring gold. Ever. I've wanted to pour a 1 ounce little button for, I'm basically since I started pouring. It was like, I started pouring silver. Well, actually, I started pouring brass and stuff like that, and then I hit silver. It's like I didn't want nothing to do with brass or copper. And I, once I started pouring silver, I didn't want to go back to anything else. I will if I have to, for specific customers. I mean, if that's something you really want, I will do it. I keep crucibles separate, that way, I don't contaminate, any silver that I might have by trying to pour it out of a crucible that I just poured copper or brass out of. Yeah, edgy. I definitely need to be set up. I need to get a jeweler's torch. I need to be set up right, or otherwise it's just not going to work. I got the acorn, got the peanut, bear's head, got Vegas over here somewhere. This is all just stuff I play with. I got plenty more silver that I poured. You know, it's in there somewhere. I mean, I kind of lose track sometimes. It's like I'll be looking through a bag and it's like, oh my God, where'd this come from? Oh, I freaking poured it. When did I pour this? But I got skulls. I've got all kinds of different shit that I poured. And I was saying earlier, I poured a Pooh Bear for OC, and then he had me tone it so the jacket was like four different colors. He's like, I want Pooh Bear itself, pure silver, but I want his jacket colored and toned. It's like, I think he was giving me a test, but I definitely freaking passed it. I can tell you that. OC will tell you that too. Hey, Kane, what's going on? Welcome to the shit show. We're just hanging out for a little while. I did my Thanksgiving uh, cooking. I made my stuffing, made some deviled eggs, made some clam dip, got the turkey stuffed, got it sitting in the fridge, and now it's up to my roommate to deal with the shit tomorrow. Her boyfriend's gonna come over and he wants to inject it and do all this flavoring to the turkey. It's like, all right, my stuffing's in there. Let him do whatever the hell he wants. So I'm just gonna chill out. I'm gonna go to sleep, and when I start smelling turkey, my ass is gonna wake up because my job is done. Yeah, Kane, I make my own stuffing. I make a meat stuffing with beef, pork, celery, onions, Petrus Farms breadcrumbs with cinnamon and cloves. It really freaking comes out nice. Mama taught me how to do that. Just like Mama taught me how to do everything else in the world. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good stuffing. I mean, if you're going to go through the whole thing of making a big turkey and stuff like that, you need a stuffing that's going to at least go with it. I mean, if you're just going to throw in some stovetop, I mean, I'm sorry. Even dress up your stovetop. Do something with it. Add something to it. Do something. Add some celery. Add some onions. Throw it in there. No, I'm pretty well known for my pasta and my spaghettis. But I'll start off with just plain old like ragu or prego or whatever. But then I add in all my other shit. I start chopping up garlic. I start chopping up peppers, onions. Throwing all this stuff in there, throwing bay leaves in. Doing all this other shit until it comes out to the way I want it. I can make it from plain, sauce. I mean, tomato paste. if you really want to break down to it, or I can make it from actual tomatoes. Boil them up, peel it, get the skin off, crush them up, grind it up, add all your shit. I mean, it's not hard to do. Well, if you know how to cook. But anything I buy like that, I always add to it. I always put my own spin on it. You just gotta dress her up. You gotta dress her up, make her look pretty, make her taste good. Man, you guys are awesome. It's almost 2 hours, and you all still hanging out. I love you guys. You're so awesome. All right, how many people we got here? 10. Let me see what I got here. Oh, you know what I got? You know what I do have here? Reese's. You know me and my Reese's. I love my Reese's. Yeah, Reese's are they're my go-to. I don't care what they are. Reese's is the best. Reese's Pieces, Reese's peanut butter cups. I mean, it's just the best mixture. All right, so we got what do we got in here? All right, take the bottle away for a minute. Oh shit! What the hell is Uncle Donnie doing now? All right, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to send you something, and it's going to be good. You're going to love it. We got 7 people left here. That's it. All right, there's a number on the back of that bottle. It's going to be a number between 1 and 20. So you all start picking a number. Only one guess. The closest number without going over wins. Go. If you pick the same number, you gotta retry. Raka, looks like you already. Uh, Kane has it first, as far as my screen goes. So Raka, you have to repick. Rhonda, How you doing, sweetheart? All right, is everybody done? There's not very many here, so it should be simple enough. All right, I'm going to put the stop. We're done. Here we go. Let's see what the number is. 15. Let's go back to the first 15. I know Raka and B. Kane. Does everybody agree with Kane? Alrighty. Everybody's in agreement. So there is no discussion about it. Uh, Kane, my email was right there, right in front of you. You just email me, give me your address. I'm going to send you something really cool. I ain't going to tell you what it is, but you're going to love it. Because Uncle Donnie is not cheap. You're welcome, my friend. It's been a while since I've done a live stream by myself. No, I used to do them all the time, at least once a week. Oh, humble, kiss my ass. Fucking rigged. It wasn't rigged because you didn't win it. Because then you'd have to re-gift it, you little fucker. Rhonda, how you been, honey? You doing good? We got good plans for tomorrow? We got family coming over? I hope you're not getting stuck doing all the cooking. Are you doing yours Friday? Oh, I love to cook. I got out of work about 10:30, and I finally finished cooking probably about 1:30. So yeah, you could say that I like to cook. To me, cooking is like therapy. Oh, he's gonna do most of the cooking? Well, that's cool. Yeah, I just did a nice meat stuffing with beef and pork, celery, onions, Petrus Farms, um, herbal breadcrumbs with cinnamon and cloves. It comes out really, really good. And then I made some clam dip and some deviled eggs. I got the turkey all stuffed. It's ready to go. It's in the fridge. My roommate's boyfriend is going to come over. He wants to inject it with some shit he's got going on. And oh my god, he's bringing over um, some type of grain alcohol. So my roommate is gonna, make up this punch, and it's gonna be spiked with that. So, whew, it could be an interesting day. But she's been baking pies. I mean, she baked pumpkin pies from scratch. That's why I made pumpkin seeds and stuff like that. Because she took those things, stripped them down, boiled them, mashed them, did all. I don't know what she did, but she made pumpkin pies from scratch. So I can't wait to bite into one of those. No, I don't know if any of you know it or not, but when you go buy like that pumpkin pie filling at the store, it's actually made of squash. When you read the back of the can, it's made from squash. It's not made from pumpkins. So this is going to be probably my first taste of a real freaking pumpkin pie. Well, I bought a nice bottle of wine and got that chilling in the fridge. And then I got Old Faithful here. I probably should need to get down and dirty with like that. Oh, humble. I know. I understand where you're coming from, but it says on the label that it's made from squash, not from pumpkin. When I think of squash, I think about the yellow one. Yeah, she made sweet potato pie too. She made sweet potato pie. She made pumpkin pie. She's a South Carolina girl. She knows how to cook. We almost had to fight over the stove tonight. All right, Ho. You have a good one. Yeah, I'm about out of here myself. It's been 2 hours. And I just wanted to come up here and say hi, see how everybody's doing. Wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And God bless you all. Yeah, we should definitely do something tomorrow. Say how do you do to everybody. And those who are interested in Metal Mob, which is me, Liberty, and Humble, we're going to be doing Secret Santa this year. So if you're interested, get a hold of me, Humble, or Liberty, and join the group. And it's basically going to be like a 1 ounce piece of silver. So if you have doubles of something or something you don't like anymore and you want to get rid of and trade for something new, you know, this is a good opportunity to get a new piece. You know, get rid of some doubles. Whatever you got going on, and I think it'd be a fun time. So if you all want to get in on it, just let us all know, and we'll be happy to put your info into the pot and have a good time. Yeah, we are the metal mob, without a doubt. You should see some of the shorts that Liberty puts up. You got to go check out Liberty Bleed Silver again, and check out some of the check out some of the shorts that he has for the Metal Mob. They're freaking hilarious, especially these last ones. Because I so screwed up. I was supposed to host last week, and I totally freaking bombed it. It was funny. Humble put one out. Liberty put one out. It was cool. All right, Kane, that's great. All right, everybody. I'm gonna let y'all go for the evening, and I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. You know, fill up, enjoy your time with your family and your friends. All right, Cartier Silver saying, y'all keep on keeping on. Peace out, my friends. Merry, happy Thanksgiving.